Oh,
Okay. Well, we're telling the story today of the Hawaiian Kauboy um, boot and saddle and leather goods shop um, in Kamuela on the Big Island. Anyway, there's a backstory to this place, this shop, and that is that um, the cowboy tradition is alive and well in a lot of places all over the world. All different traditions with the Mexican vaqueros, the gauchos of South America, American Western cowboys, all different traditions. And one of the biggest differences shows up in the equipment because the equipment is a function of the environment in which you cowboy. Hawaiian cowboys happen to cowboy in some really rough terrain, sharp lava rock and slippery, fern and foliage on the side of volcanoes. That's some pretty rough territory. And so Hawaiian saddles, for instance, are different from all the other saddles. Depending on, they have a saddle for the mountain, they have a saddle for swimming out to the boat, when you drag cattle out to the ship. But one of the things that most people don't realize is that there's even a difference in the footwear. Hawaiian cowboys, the paniolo, their boots are different. They have been different for maybe 50 years now. The Hawaiian cowboys have wide feet. We got some big feet Hawaiians, and it wasn't working for them to use the American standard thin cowboy boots. And the guy who's sort of responsible for this revolution in the footwear is a guy by the name of Charles Chuchu Hanohano. And Chuchu was a midget, a little person, dwarf, whatever is the right term. I don't even know. I don't know the term. I don't care. I don't care. What are you gonna do? Kick me? I don't care. Anyway, whatever they are, whatever he is, he was that. He was born in 1919, and his dad was a paniolo, and he loved that lifestyle. He was just enamored of these cowboys, and thought one day when he grew up he wanted to be a cowboy. But obviously, as it shaped up as time went on, that he was a little person, there was not much hope that he was going to be a cowboy. But he loved to hang out on the ranch where his dad was a cowboy, and the guys on the ranch took him in. They loved this kid. He's a good boy. And one of the things they did is they sort of the guys who worked in the leather repair area sort of took him in, and he worked in the saddlery shop for a while and learned to make skin rope and repair saddles and do all sorts of leather work. Because he was a midget, he had a different view of the whole world really, and he saw a lot of shins and ankles and feet, and so he knew firsthand the problems that the cowboys were having. He could see, that they jump off their horses, ready to get done what they needed to get done, and their feet were all numb. They were just collapsing, they were tripping, falling over themselves, getting hurt. And so he thought about this problem for a while and applied his newfound leather working skills. And after a lot of drawings and prototypes, he came up with several pairs of special made, specific Hawaiian paniolo cowboy boots. And so he made a bunch of these prototypes, these pairs, and he gave them to a bunch of the guys on the ranch, and they loved them. And I mean, this took off. They ordered more. Guys from other ranches came. Guys from other islands wanted them. So by the end of the 30s, as this kid was growing up, he was all of a sudden the guy. He was the go-to guy for cowboy boots. This little Chuchu Hano was the guy. And so he worked at the same ranch. They set him up in a little shop, on the ranch where his daddy worked. And life was good, He was busy, a lot of orders, making, decent money, providing boots and providing real service. These cowboys could get done a lot more work now. And so around the middle of the 40s, around 1944, I think is when it happened, he was working on the ranch one day and took a break, went to the outhouse to do his business. And while he was sitting in the outhouse, at the same time on that ranch, a bull got loose and from his pen and went on this rampage across the ranch. And one of the things in his path was the outhouse. He stomped right through the outhouse, destroyed the outhouse, just lowered it to the ground. And unfortunately, the process stomped on little Choo Choo at the same time. Choo Choo ended up in a coma for 3 weeks. And miraculously, at the end of 3 weeks, he came out of it relatively unscathed. Everything was fine. The only problem he had was a little bit of mixed up wiring in his brain from getting stomped on by the bull. So the problem with that was he became cockeyed, and now he's a cockeyed dwarf, and he's making these boots. And so he started labeling the left boot right and the right boot left, and nobody had the heart to tell him. It was kind of endearing after a while. This sweet little guy making these boots, and he's still making great boots. He's just labeling them wrong. So he decided that he didn't want nothing more to do with any bulls or outhouses. So he started saving some of his money that he was making, and not too long after, about 1946, the end of 46 maybe, he was able to afford to rent in a space, commercial space in Kamuala town, and set up shop in there, and started making his boots full time, doing his thing, his business, whole hog. He went at it, and his reputation had already grown to the point where all over the islands people knew that was the guy that ordered boots. Guys are coming from everywhere. After a while, guys were coming from other places, other regions. People were coming from the Orient and South America, Central America. Guys who were also having problems with it. Maybe they had wide feet too. But the shop did so well that it still stands to this day. Guys from all over the world who want custom-made, really fine boots, especially the Hawaiian style boot, the Hawaiian pattern, which is the extra wide boot. They still come to that shop today. His two sons run it now, but it's still there. And every once in a while, the old man pops his head in just to see that they're doing everything right. But the sons make the boots, the majority of the boots now. And in honor of the old man, they still label the left boot right and the right boot left. And people still love them to this day. So if you're in the area, go check them out. Kamuala Town, Hawaiian Kauboy, Choo Choo Hano Hano, tell them Boot sent you. Now, get out. That's it. Instead of my start, go. Get out, I said. Beat it. Don't look at that shirt. Just go. No, just go, I said. Nobody likes you. I'm telling you.